Would you suck a dick a week for $100,000 a year? I said yes. No, no question about it.
100,000 a year is definitely not enough.
It's not enough for you to suck. That's only 52 dick sucks. You get basically $2,000 a week.
But you just the repeatedness of it, dude. Like if I was a woman or if I was gay, I'm all in. I dread going to work now. Imagine if that was your job and you got to go to work next week.
Dude, I would bang it out. I would just be like, all right, let me try and get like 10 done a day. I would just up front do a week of work, suck 52 dicks in a week, and have 51 weeks where I get $100K to do whatever I want. I'm not swallowing, though.
What's up, comic book players and playettes? It's a pimp named Slaughter coming to let you know that this is the final week to get your votes in for the Comic Book Community Awards, an award show celebrating comic book YouTube and all the great content creators. We want to just highlight these great folks making this great content and make sure that more people are exposed to them so that we can grow this comic book YouTube and grow this comic book hobby that we love so much. So get over to cbcawards.org. Support your favorite creators. The final deadline is this Saturday, November 18th. And then be ready for the big show December 2nd over at Brian LCS on YouTube, where we will be getting down, celebrating all of these great creators. And maybe, just maybe, a pimp named Slaughter will make an appearance. Let's go.
All right, Carter, you got 2587.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
Butts.
What up? What up? What up? It is Tuesday once again, and we are back for another FOC and chill. Link is in the chat for anybody that wants to jump on and stop this FOC train. I actually had plans to get a clip for that, and I did not get it done, so I screwed up there. But we'll definitely get that done this week. Oh, we already got an intruder here. Mad Spidey is in the house. What up, homie? Good to see you.
I slated it in my busy schedule of watching House of Dragon and sleeping.
Oh, we can talk about a little House of Dragon if you want to. I am refusing to watch it, but I'm okay with spoilers. We also got the homie Cliff. What up, Cliff? Good to see you, my man.
How are you?
I'm doing well. We got Las Cruces in early on the chat as always. What up, homie? Good to see you. Appreciate the support. Cliff was in here as well. Looking forward to a great night of fucking.
I was trying to beat Las Cruces and I couldn't do it.
You can't beat that, man. We got Kevin in the house, Entropy and Comics. What's up, my man? Thanks for coming through and saying what's up. Hulk Collector is here. Said he liked Shape of Water, which I felt
I loved it just as much as I love Splash. I thought it was a wonderful remake.
I felt like that was random, though. Did we talk about Shape of Water or something?
No, that was kind of random. But please tell me that Shape of Water is not a remake of Splash.
I have not seen Shape of Water, and I don't remember Splash. But we got Carlito.
You need to watch both. You need to do a double feature and let me know all about it.
I did watch Splash. I remember loving Splash as a kid, though. I was super attracted to who's the actress?
Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hannah, baby.
I was super attracted to her as a kid. Big fan of that. We got Carlito in the house, though. Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. Christina is here showing some love. What's up, Christina? Thanks for stopping by. Tyler, what up, my man? Shattered Glass has got more important things going on tonight, but he took some time to say hello, and I appreciate that, man. Frog Baller is in the building. I was watching Frog Barler play some NCAA 25. I am in the lab right now trying to get my offense figured out. My dynasty starts here in 2 to 4 weeks. We're starting to figure some things out, and I got to be the best player, at least one of the best players. So I'm focusing. I am not good yet, but I'm working on it. We got Izzy joining the chat and panel. What's up, Izzy? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you as always. Good to see you.
You got double Puerto Rican energy. Hold on. Let me put my amplifier on. There we go.
God.
Is that an amplifier? Okay, there we go. We got Eli G in the house, my Instagram homie. What's up, dog? Good to see you. Chris, the comic vet, is in the building. Canada is here. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. C Bizzle, my nizzle. What's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through and saying what's up. John's Comics with Kids got time. What's up, my man? Thanks for saying what up to us. We always appreciate that. Who else we got? Oh, we got DVH coming from across the pond. Always appreciate his presence in the chat. Always one of the homies here, one of the regulars. Super appreciated. Bleeker is here monitoring, making sure that nothing gets too close to the FOC, as always, lurking behind the scenes. Check him out every Sunday. Always a good time. Check out. Actually, I want to point to Bleeker's Sunday show where Beckerman came on and made some very serious accusations about me. We went out comic book hunting Saturday, and he accused me of some things that I would never, ever do. And really,
stealing books from other people.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, bro. It's not the kind of person that I am. But I want you to know, but that's the kind of person that he is that he will make these egregious accusations. Let me just I feel like showing this actually. So let me get this in here real quick. Share screen right there, Comic Book Church. Let's go back to this little story that he told about me, which was a bald-faced lie. Let me find it here. Where's his lies start here?
Don't you just hate when you can't find something?
In the middle of someone else's 5 or 6 hour stream, it's awful.
Yeah, I swear it was at the beginning here.
Remy always seems to find it in mine.
Oh wait, he gets.
That's because he keeps track of timestamps. That's probably
Yeah.
why.
That's the power. That's you sitting there and be like, that's when it's like, oh, this bitch said what? 03/22/36. I'm coming back.
Any drama in the? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Izzy, when is that thing that I was going to meet you at?
I don't know what's that thing.
You told me. I said I was going to be at Terrificon. I said I couldn't go to anything else. You said something's coming up. Put it on your calendar. I'll get you.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I will get you in, and that is the Bronx show. You got to come down to the Boogie Down Bronx. I believe DJ is going to be there too.
Good. How much book proofing do I need to bring with me? Y'all are wild down there.
What? You're Puerto Rican. You'll live. Just wear some chancletas.
I'm Puerto Rican. I'll live. I'll bring the chancletas. Yo, I was like, New York 1. I get New York 1 now up here, and New York 1 is not tying to the Bronx on the daily. On the daily.
I'll get you the address. I'll get you in. No te apure. You'll get in, and that's why I got my dots, as you can see my dots.
Excellent.
So I just don't know what dot should be worth what. Like which dot?
I always feel the brighter the color, the lower the number.
So
green
you say
is the most expensive.
So green is the most expensive. So you'll say, what would yellow be worth?
I'm biased though.
Yellow's the dollar bin books, and and then you can graduate up from there from the rest of the colors.
Because I'm going 2, 5, 10, 20. How's that sound?
Right. So let's make green the 20.
Okay, green's the 20. All right, green 20.
We
Yellow.
Luke Sketches is in the house. What up, Luke? Thanks for coming through and saying hi. We got Larry Jackson coming through from, I assume, from Cliff. There we go. Yeah. What's up, Larry? Good to see you. Frog wants to binge this whole season. That's how I am too. I'd much prefer to binge than go episode.
I blame Mark for my recent dive, but we can get into that a bit later.
Yeah, if you're honestly being friends with Mark is a pressure to watch week to week, right? Like it's hard to be a friend.
I just give up.
Watch. Yeah. You're like, all right, man, I can't keep up with you if I don't watch every week. By the time I'm onto it, he's like, man, that was weeks ago. I'm on to the next thing. You're way behind.
I'm still watching Monarch. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
We got Beckerman in the house, the dirty liar. Here came in here and told a whole story about how I took some books from Swagda this Saturday, and none of it was true. So if he came to you and told you some lies about me, trust me, they're not true. Okay.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
And speak of the devil, there's Swagda right there. What's up, Keon? Good to see you. Thought his name was Dion, but apparently it's Keon. So we've got that figured out now. What up, Swagda? Good to see you, my man. I appreciate you. Yeah, it is a much faster game. I know you guys don't care, but it is a much faster game. And I think it's smoother and it looks better. And I love the atmosphere that it built. I'm really enjoying the game so far. But it's going to really get exciting when my big dynasty starts. It's going to get serious. I'm going to have a lot less time actually to do some of the things that I do when that gets going. Anything going on though? What's up, man?
Oh, I got some great news. I got some really good news. Fun news for me, not for anybody else, but it's good for me. All
right, I'm happy for you. What's up?
Yeah, on Tuesday, I will be watching Transformers 1.
How are you you got the review or the early access?
I got screeners. I'm gonna get a screening. So
of the re-release of the original Transformers?
No,
the new movie.
The brand new movie.
Oh, that
yes.
All right. Let us know how it is.
That's good news. It's official. I'm going to Baltimore.
Ooh, you'll see Green Shirt guy there. Go do a Puerto Rican comic book team up.
So there you have it. You see, there's some name recognition with me now. Like someone realizes who I am. Because here no one cares. Here no one cares. Kind of important.
Kind of a big deal. Yeah.
One of my buddies, Angelo, aka Toy Gains, he got invited to a show, so he's going out somewhere in September. He's a guest at someone's show. He's like, oh my God, someone wants me to be somewhere. I love it.
What up, Justin? Good to see you, my man. We also got the homie Burke in the house.
It's more fame time.
At Astra per Astra. Always good to see Burke in the mix, my man. We got Gary B in here.
What's up,
on his
Gary?
way to work. Great show tonight with the 1011. Always a good time hanging out with them. Check Gary B, the Grow Together guru. You should already know who he is, obviously. Oh, come on, Bleeker. That's I can always count on Bleeker to co-sign whatever the fuck Becker's saying.
So to DVH's point, right? If I spoil anything, he'll swim. I think I want to spoil something because his freaking package costs a lot of money to ship. What the hell?
Poor baby.
So check this one. Check this out. So I go to the UPS store because I figured, you know what, this is the first time I'm sending a package to UK and things like that because I got to send them a nice big package. And
I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. So I go up to the guy, says, "Look, I'm sending this package to the UK." I give him all the information and stuff like that, and then out of nowhere, he tells me that the package is going to cost me $300.
Whoa! Why?
Because that's when you walk into a store. FedEx, UPS, even USPS will do that. They'll always give you the highest rate first. That's why a lot of people go through like pirate ship and third party.
Exactly.
Places.
So I told him, I say, listen, I've used ShipStation, and ShipStation cost me around anywhere between $30 to $50, $60 the highest, right? So he's like, go check it out. He had a computer, so I go to the computer, I go check it out and stuff, and lo and behold, it said $60. So I was like, the whole thing, the reason why I didn't send it because it would be the first time I'm sending to the UK, and you want to make sure you have everything right. Like what's the cost of the box and all that crap, right? Yeah. So yeah, exactly, DVH. So yes, I'll spoil it for you so you could swim over here and get your package while you're at it. But he then tells me that, oh, you know what? Do it through this way. It'll be better. Just bring it back when you got all the labels. So that's what I'm doing.
Kenneth, who can you not hear? Is somebody too low? Let us know, man.
If it's all of us, then it's you.
I low?
If it's all of us, then it's you.
Yeah.
He can't hear you, so it doesn't matter.
Man, look at this revision of the story that Beckerman told. Well, this man he's going
Thinking
too
of booze.
Driving, no less, he says. Swag had a pile of books he put together, and I kicked Swag right in the junk, and I stole them.
That sounds a bit over exaggerated.
Apparently, Swagdow's just a punk, and he just took it, and that sounds like a terrible story for Swagdaw, but not at all true. But Beckerman's a dirty.
And
liar.
Mike, can you actually raise your leg that high?
Ooh, can you? What can we do with that?
Wait. Is that this is that type of show where we raise his legs?
It's any type of show when you got circumstances involved.
I mean, really,
we got
FOC,
clip of a crown.
Whatever
though,
you want it to be.
Happy Nation.
That's the thing about FOC and Chill is who knows what it's going to end up being. We got Willie Survive in the house. I still don't have the Willie clip. I need to get more clips. I need to get on my game. I've been super distracted with NCAA 25.
You got to get on the clip gains, man. It's not that hard. Just drop in your OBS.
I have people for clips because I'm hopeless.
Oh, you're an outsourcer.
I'm an outsourcer. I have a few contacts that I'm like, I want this clip.
So how was yesterday? Since you stole all my fans yesterday, Matt Spidey taking my time slot.
It was literally I was like, I don't know when to run this thing. I was more because I was getting so fucking agitated that I couldn't open this box. I wanted to do it on the live stream. I'm just like, nah, fuck it. I'm like, Caroline, you're gonna sorry for the short notice. Can we just go ahead? I want to do it now.
I'm watching you post it on the streams, and I'm like on the chat groups, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's going on my time. But it's all good. I don't care. At the end of the day,
you can't worry about this.
It's a once-off.
Yeah, do more. It doesn't matter. More reason for me to leave.
It's only because I have the weight off. That's the only reason why.
I mean, Bleeker and
congratulations
and
though.
They're both about to get timed out. Co-signing Beckerman.
No, Marcus.
Unacceptable.
Do not worry. I will handle Bleeker because he's gonna bless some holes for me, and I'm gonna make him pay.
Oh goodness gracious! Lord have.
I'm not gonna ask the question of what holes because
exactly.
No, I'm not going there.
It's more fun to leave it to the imagination.
Oh. Goodness gracious.
That's the problem. I don't want it to even be in my imagination.
Oh, but it is in your imagination. It's all in there. It's in your imagination going, oh yeah, it's all
I've been watching Game of Thrones. I think I've seen it all now.
So is
talking about golf. My golf game needs improvement, comic. Good job on figuring it out.
Yeah,
I heard
18 holes means something completely different for Cliff.
Indeed. My goodness.
When they scream out 4, he means something else too.
Oh my goodness.
And when
on all fours,
there is screaming. Yeah, you got to get down there and you got to inspect it real good.
I am not watching House of Dragon, but I did hear there was a reference to my homie Tarly in a recent episode where she mentions the family of Tarly were dragon riders. I thought that was kind of cool, but I'm still not going to watch the damn show. Who's watching House of Dragon?
As I said, it was because Mark was talking about it, and I got into the original Game of Thrones really late. I didn't jump on the bandwagon until about season 5.
I was on a season 1, man. I was a fanatic.
You know what? I'm later than you because I haven't even watched Game of Thrones. It's just not my cup of tea right now.
Don't do it. It's a waste of your fucking time.
No, don't.
Wow.
10 years of my life.
I'm with Marcus.
Over the ending? Is it?
It ruined
the last season with zero lubricant while you have a full stomach, jab their fist in your ass. That's the way I look at it. Terrible.
It's just bad. Really.
And so like Mark thinks I'm like super crazy because like bad show endings like will ruin an entire series for me. Like because I was like I also can't watch How I Met Your Mother, and he's looking at me like I'm doing the apples and oranges, but it's just a thing. I invested time in you. You ruined it for me with your horrific ending, and I can't with you now.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Was it universally panned? I don't remember this. Was it universally panned?
It was universally panned. In fact, those dudes, those showrunners from Game of Thrones, lost out on their Star Wars work after this because they just were they're like, let's get it done. Let's go do our next project. They're like, there's no project waiting for you. And so, everyone saw how shitty your season was.
Okay, but here's my question: when you do a show like that, where it has several seasons, shouldn't there be like a beginning, middle, and ending already planned out?
No, but there isn't because they were relying on Homeboy to actually plan it out.
They had no idea where to go once they got to the end.
And that dude gave them a light outline of how he wanted things to go, and he still hasn't finished the book. And he even interviewed Stephen King on stage once, and Stephen King said, "Motherfucker, just write. Just stop coming to conventions and doing interviews and just fucking write." And I thought it was great. It was great.
I agree.
It was only planned out. It was only planned out apparently till about season 5 or season 6, according to the books.
Right.
The last couple of seasons were literally off the cuff.
Yeah,
and that's part of the problem, right? You're talking about HBO, which is supposed to be the highest quality of television, right? Because that's what you figure HBO is, right? And the way I see it is like you're telling me, okay, you have a situation where the writer, the actual writer of this series, is not giving you the ending, and you have to come up with something. Damn it! You got the money to come up with something good.
He gave them an outline, and they were too focused on moving on to their Star Wars project, and it showed. And shame on them. But the new series showrunner, these people who are running House of Dragon, like came right out and was like, "We are not those guys, and we're really dedicated to giving you a solid show." And so I would like to believe them.
Legion is right here. HBO is the highest. My two favorite TV shows of all time are both HBO shows, and really, there's not the rest of the stuff doesn't really come close to it.
Where are they? Fraggle Rock's one of them, right?
I never liked, even when I was a kid.
Fraggle Rock's awesome.
I never liked Fraggle Rock. No, number one is The Wire. Obviously, The Wire is
The Wire, of course, is good.
And number two, HBO's Rome. I really loved Rome, man.
Wow, that's a throwback.
And I'm sad that we don't get more of it with Ray Stevenson passing away. I really wanted more Titus Pullo. I loved that character so much. But sadly, it's over. But yeah, those are my two favorite, man. So good.
Listen, they gave us all. First of all, I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't get into the Seinfeld humor doesn't really work for me.
Well, here's the thing. It is Seinfeld humor, and it's also like improv, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, but it's Seinfeld humor taken to another extreme, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it hits, but it doesn't hit very often.
Listen, I hung in there, and it is like one of the weirdest fucking rides, and I loved like 80% of it. And it's weird because like I'm not super crazy about Seinfeld humor, but then there's shit that's just really funny. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Curb Your Enthusiasm. Hit, miss, whatever, it's there. 6 Feet Under is another favorite of mine. The Sopranos is another favorite of mine. Band of Brothers was a favorite of mine. You know,
True Blood.
True Blood was different. True Blood was a favorite of mine.
That was crazy.
It was terrible, dude. After the first season, True Blood.
It was terrible, Marcus.
Oh yeah, Westworld.
Did you see them? Westworld season 1 and season 2. I'm gonna give it to them, but that's it. Just
I don't know.
Who was your dude on
like
listening shows now?
Season 3 Westworld doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It's one of those.
But to get back to what I was saying earlier, it was like I've got a week off. I was trying to find something to watch. Mark has been talking about House of Dragon. I did watch the first season, episode after episode, week to week, and I'd cancelled that subscription thing because it's through a third party over here. It's actually called Binge. That's the actual. So we don't actually get HBO or HBO Max or whatever it's called.
Severance is
done part
Severance is in HBO. Severance is Apple TV.
Apple TV. Succession is HBO.
Yeah.
Succession. Succession was great. I love
But
it. I miss those people. Actually, I miss hating those people from that show.
I did reinstate the service. I started watching House of Dragon. I'm all caught up to date, and now I've started rewatching Game of Thrones again.
Boo. No, they're right though. If you want to watch the first few seasons is amazing. The Red Wedding was a freaking moment.
Yes,
it was.
People are still talking about it.
Moment, dude. That I can't think of something that was more lit than that. Actually, I don't think there was anything ever.
I still like the Battle of the Bastards as well.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, that was great, but the Red Wedding was way above.
Entourage, Watchmen.
Yeah, but was there a single like moment in any of those shows that even touches the Red Wedding where it's like, what the fuck?
Well, the Red Weddings is the top, right? Of everything's being compared to now. If you want to do something, you always compare it to the Red Wedding. Now.
Dude, that shit was amazing.
I didn't watch. I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but I know the Red Wedding.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Well, the Red Wedding was pretty quick, though. Realistically, when you compare it to a lot of the other battles, like especially the big battle with like over the wall and things like that.
It's
like
the
Red Wedding actually was over.
Yeah, dude.
It was the impact of it.
It was the what the fuck of it. Like, no, I did not see it coming at all. And that was the great thing about it. Was like writing became formulaic, where you kind of know. Down and slowly up, and then boom, the big ending, and you kind of this guy is untouchable. He's not gonna die, and so you get into the formula. You know what's gonna happen. And Game of Thrones is like, no, we're not.
Nobody was untouchable in Game of Thrones. Like,
and it was
watching
amazing.
it. Yeah, you're like, you don't know who's gonna. Like everybody thought, like in the original things, that okay, Sean Bean is probably one of the biggest actors in Game of Thrones at the start, and see what happened to him. So you couldn't. All bets were off when it came to Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's definitely. If you can forget that there's that last season, it's definitely on my top list. But those last season ruins everything. Mark mentions Lovecraft Country, and like I liked it, but I couldn't.
I struggled with it.
I could not watch it.
There was
another
the
racism.
show.
Let me finish. The racism was way too much for me in that show. I couldn't handle it. But I know a lot of people like that one. But
what was that one show that was supposed to be? It's supposed to have been like The Rapture. I'm trying to remember.
Behind?
No, not Left Behind. No, it was an HBO series. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was supposed to. It was supposed to. No, not Eureka. Leftovers, was it? Yeah, The Leftovers. The Leftovers.
That sounds
one,
right.
Yeah, that was another one of those shows that people were talking a lot about because it was supposed to have been like The Rapture, but it wasn't.
I think that one didn't really stick. That one had an early hype, but then it died down. Did it?
Yeah, I don't think it had it had like only 3 years to it.
Mark, all right, let's do it though. I'm interested in the answers. No more than
I just got here talking about HBO.
The question is coming. No more than 3. All right. So I don't want to break any rule breakers here, but your top 3 TV shows of all time. No more than 3.
I wouldn't even be able. Like off the top of my head, that's damn near impossible.
Izzy,
top 3 shows?
TV shows that you like, the most enjoyable shows of your life. And I think replayability is definitely a factor.
I'm more of a sitcom guy, though. I like watching a lot of sitcoms.
Okay.
So
it's whatever you want.
So if there's sitcoms I always watch, I always watch Seinfeld. That was something I've always watched. And then after Seinfeld, it was Big Bang. Because I just enjoy watching Big Bang. And then as far as the third one goes, I can't even think of if I want to really go far back, it was Three's Company as a kid.
Are you fucking shitting me right now?
I'm serious.
Three's Company?
When I was a kid, I used to love watching that show.
Okay. All right.
You watched for Mr. Roper, didn't you?
What was that?
You watched for Mr. Roper, didn't you?
Actually, it was Mr. Furley I liked more. I didn't like the Roper episodes.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't remember.
The landlord.
They changed landlords.
They changed
I didn't
Landlords
really watch that show
mid-season.
when I was a kid, so I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was one of those shows that was always on. I always watched it. Never stopped watching it. It's a show that cannot exist today in any way.
Cheers is another great one. But what do you have any other ones?
Well, I did like Watchmen a lot. I really enjoyed Watchmen.
The HBO one that everyone hated?
I enjoyed it.
I loved it.
I enjoyed it.
Loved it.
Who hated that show? I thought everyone loved that show.
I thought everyone hated it.
I haven't ever talked to anybody who disliked that show.
I remember reading social media and thinking people hated it.
Well, the thing is that people were like, "This is not the Watchmen," but then when you watch it,
it's most definitely the Watchmen.
It's Watchmen, and it's exactly what this guy said it was. It was a remix of the original.
I'm so glad you guys liked it.
It was a direct continuation from the original.
But it was a remix, and at the same time, it was a sequel, and it worked.
The episode where they do the squid attack, man, I thought that was a great episode, man. All right, well, is that it? Is that all you got for us?
That's all I'll give you now. X-Men, right. Batman, of course.
Cliff, I know you're bursting. I know you got answers.
Oh my god! But the thing is, I'm bursting because I have too many favorites.
You can only do 3.
I'm gonna pick.
I give more than 3.
For favorite and I'm just gonna go recent, and I'm not gonna get deep. Favorite comedy in my adult life, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's a good one.
I need to watch that. I bet it's funny.
It is funny.
Favorite animated in my adult life, Justice League Unlimited.
Better than Batman the Animated Series? Woo.
I'm sorry. I just like there to be more than Batman. And Batman.
Let the man have his list. So I thought about this.
And then one with a deep, rich legacy. I'm gonna go with All in the Family.
Oh, that's
really?
Yeah, because that show just it gave us it introduced the Jeffersons. It introduced Maude. The show tackled every freaking issue under the sun.
As a comedy too.
Right, as a comedy. So, but I love so many shows. It's ridiculous, but I'll watch. And the thing is, for me, the quality is based on how much I can rewatch it. I can rewatch All in the Family. I can rewatch the first 2 seasons of Maude without a problem. I could rewatch all of the Golden Girls with no problem. I mean, on a different night, I probably would have just said Golden Girls. But yeah, I got a lot of love for a lot of shows.
Put some respect on season 2 of The Wire. It's a great season and an integral part of the overall story that The Wire tells.
Can I just tell you that I have such a hard time loving The Wire because everyone ruined it for me first. I had person after person after person. Are you watching The Wire? The Wire, The Wire. And then, so when I finally watched it, I was like, this is nice.
See, that's why I didn't have enough friends to bother me like that.
That's why it's the best, is that it's infinitely rewatchable. Every single time I watch it, I understand things better. I understand more things about it. I get new insight to things I didn't notice before. I've watched it 5 times all the way through, and every single time I gain new insight into that. It's so deep. It's my favorite. Nothing touches it.
God bless you. I watched it 1 time through, and that was good.
Oh man. My wife didn't like it. We almost got divorced, but we made it.
But that's how it was with How I Met Your Mother. I only watched it once, and I never watched it again.
Listen, Mateo didn't like a single Spider-Man film after Tobey Maguire, and that could have been the reason for our breakup. I mean, thankfully that wasn't it, but it was getting tight.
Christina loves The Crown. All right, Simon. Oh, wait, before we do Simon, actually, let's say hi to Kyle, who's not said anything. What's up, Kyle? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Kyle.
Been a while since I've seen you, homie. What's up, man?
Why are you wearing a crown?
I need to change that.
Because he can.
Kyle, don't ask questions you don't want to hear the answer.
I think we all know why. I mean, it's very on brand. It's extremely on brand. I don't know why anybody would be surprised that
he's honoring Biggie.
I'm honoring the royal blood that pulses within me. Okay, jeez.
What was his name?
Yeah, I'm just saying it wasn't blood.
It was easy. It was George.
Kyle, if you have a favorite TV show, top 3, no more than 3. If you have,
Do I have what?
A top TV show, no more than 3. This is a hard question for some people. It's easy for me. I guess nobody thinks about things like this like I do.
No, I do. I can narrow it down to 3 in reality.
Well,
I could almost tell you my top 3 favorite songs of all time. Even
I have more than 3, but I gotta pick 3. So one gotta be DC show.
Of course, DC. We already had a Justice League.
There's only 2 Marvel shows that I like. It's called Avengers. They separate them, but it's all. To me, I thought they were one.
I'm not sure I've seen that one.
Avengers is Mighty Earth Heroes.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
And then
I haven't seen that one.
Then they went to Avengers Assemble, but it's the same people.
Oh, DC. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to watch this stuff though, because I hear there's some great like that Justice League Unlimited. I should definitely check that out.
Justice League Unlimited is great.
Yeah. It's so I need to get my kids a little older and less dependent on me, and then I can definitely start getting into some things. Mark, do you got 3 shows you want to show love to? Can you come up with any?
Yeah, the obvious 3, the top 3. Number 1 best show of all time has got to be The Acolyte, right?
No,
no, I would just to have a little variety. I would say It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is my personal favorite show of all time.
It is a good show.
My sister loved that show.
I've rewatched all of it countless times. I mean, I've seen like at least season 1. I've seen at least 10 times. That's how many times I've rewatched that show. And for a throwback show, we'd have to go with MASH. There is no better throwback show than MASH.
I need to go back and watch that show.
MASH is amazing. It's a 10 out of 10. And then for kind of a semi-modern one, I would have to go with Lost.
Oh, boo. I've never watched Lost, so I can't really hate. But
if you watch it, it's impossible to hate.
But if you watch Watchmen, it's done by the same creative guy.
Is it really?
Yeah, Damien Lindelof.
Lindelof did Watchmen. He's the guy that, thankfully, I believe he's on the upcoming Green Lantern show. Like when you see his name attached to something, fans rejoice. You know that like they're about to deliver.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that
doesn't miss.
So it's not straightforward with him. It's like it's layered.
Yeah, you get a story with depth.
Yeah, so Damien Lindelof.
Bobby, that question could get that's controversial in here. It's 3 favorite YouTube shows.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I don't know that I could answer that one.
Epicurious, because I love watching people make food.
I love Gotham Chess. I watch a lot of Gotham Chess. I watch a lot of Hikaru Nakamura too.
Is that chess with a T?
Mm-hmm.
No, just chess. It's in the
Premium Pro Basics, so I can learn how to edit properly. So that's 2.
We're all hoping you do.
Editing, what's that?
On YouTube, looking at that stuff.
Yeah.
Omar's not with us anymore. I think those were great choices, man. Some of them I think I need to watch because MASH was a show I never watched as a kid. MASH was a show that meant it was time to turn off the TV when that came on.
Oh no!
Now that I'm an adult, I need to go back. I had no understanding whatsoever of what MASH was about when I was a kid. So
Did you ever get a chance to hear about the movie? Watch the movie? I know you never watched the TV show, but you heard about the movie, right? There is a movie.
I didn't even know there was a movie. Was
it was a movie that spun off the TV show.
Yeah,
I don't even remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So it might go back because I would
go straight for the TV show.
I went back and watched every single season of Cheers and was shocked at how well it holds up. Like there was a lot of jokes in there. I was like, wow, they made jokes like this back then. I didn't really remember them making jokes like that. Cheers is really, really well done. It holds up. If you ever get bored, that's a good one to watch, man. Rest in peace to Rebecca. What's her name? She's from Wichita, Kansas. I'm forgetting her name now. Somebody help me. Rebecca.
Now I can think it's Rebecca Howells.
She was on Look Who's Talking, which was a fun movie too with
Christy Alley.
Yeah, with John Travolta. Wasn't he Travolta with her on that? That was a fun movie.
All of them.
I love those. Is one of those movies nobody talks about anymore.
I was talking about it yesterday. Monkeys are afraid to use the bathroom right now because they watch some scary stuff. And I was telling Kyle, I was afraid to use the bathroom when I was her age because of Look Who Talking 2, when the toilet started talking, saying, "Give me your pee-pee." Y'all remember that? The kid was afraid.
Do you remember who was the voice of the girl in the first movie? Obviously, in the second movie, it was Roseanne. But do you know whose voice was it beforehand?
I don't
remember.
Joan Rivers.
Rest in peace to Joan.
She was the voice of his sister when she was born, and then they changed it to Roseanne because she was all the hype at the time.
On MeTV, huh? Get your MASH. I would want to watch.
Oh yeah, MeTV.
I would want to watch it all in chronological order and get the full understanding of the story. That's like I did with Cheers for sure.
Hey, well, I'm going to hop off here. We just got done having an epic Nerf battle in this place, and I was cooling off, but I'm going to hop off here and get back to it with the family.
Thanks for jumping on. Kick some butt, man.
Oh, yeah.
Have fun, Mario.
Take no prisoners. Check out Legion of Comics on the old YouTube. Yeah. Great spot to hang out. And hey, you might win the first appearance of Deadpool if you become a member like I did.
You got all that in.
I was about to say, you're giving it away.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that going somewhere?
That was just a piece of the prize.
Oh, I'm getting this thing slabbed too. Yeah, this thing. I was looking at it, and as I was entering it into my CLZ, and I have cover price in my CLZ, so it shows the price. And I was like, the prices on the books. I was like, man, these numbers are starting to add up right now. It was a great box.
Did you FMV the box?
I should. I'll go through either tonight or tomorrow, and I will use the cover price numbers and add it.
Well, you know that Hot Wheels alone. Like after you said something in the chat about the value, I thought about it. The Hot Wheels alone has Liefeld's signature, Liefeld's chisel, and Liefeld's remark on it. That thing's a $150 Hot Wheel on face value.
I don't know how to price that one. So that one.
Well, that's just you can just go look what he charges for his signature little remarks and stuff. That's at least $150 Hot Wheel.
It's dope. I got to keep it away from my son, who will crack it and open it if he gets.
Let him open it. Let him have it.
It's still cheaper than the actual car, though.
Hell no! I would.
Yeah, just keep all the signatures and stuff. All right, y'all have a good night.
All right, Mark. Later, I was going to ask you a question before you go. DC Tuesday. What happened? What's going on?
I'm on vacation, man.
You heard about DC Tuesday, though, right?
What are you talking about?
It's going back to Wednesday.
It's been back to Wednesday. I've already done numerous shows with it already back on Wednesday.
Yeah, he get a Polish.
Ain't nothing changed at all, is he?
Cheers.
Still on it. Thanks for Mark. Thanks for coming on, man. Good to see you. Check out Legion of Comics on the YouTube. Maybe win yourself a New Mutants 98 as well if you're lucky like me.
Now you got DJ Lynx who's giving away the ASM 300. You heard about that one?
I have not heard about that one. Hopefully I win that one too. That'd be amazing.
Lynx Squad 300.
I wanted to win. Who won the PS5? I wanted to win the PS5.
Wasn't it?
I don't remember.
No,
but
Nick won the gauntlet. I remember Nick won the
I
gauntlet.
wanted that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
DJ Links on YouTube has a bunch.
I'm
of
trying to
great,
remember who won the PS5. Now I can't remember who won the PS5.
I remember Papa won he won the Hulk 180.
Yeah.
That was between Mark and DJ, but
later, Wellbore. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Always appreciate your time, man.
Yeah.
Always appreciate the time, man. You could be anywhere. So I always appreciate that you're here right now. Anything I've been trolling scrolling.
Don't worry about asking me about top 3 shows or anything, you know. I don't want to talk about. I'm used to being ignored.
Oh man, I'm a terrible human.
No, I don't want to tell you now. Fuck you.
No.
I know
I got it. I figured you were gonna name some kooky Australian shows no one gives a fuck about.
Mr. Bean.
I'm kidding. I did forget. So, what you got for us?
Away and
Well,
I feel like you should give us Australian shows on purpose.
Hell no. All Australian shows.
I just want you to know, I love Plays Like Me and Australian Broadcasting Company. Fuck you for not giving me more of that show. I loved it.
Do you ever watch
I don't even watch Australian shows.
Do you ever watch the Viva de la Dirt League or something? Viva la Dirt League. I'm pretty sure they're from Australia. Maybe they're from New Zealand, actually. Okay, never mind. What do you got for us?
And like I was going to say, it wouldn't matter even if you didn't chuck me on the spotlight because I'd be like Mark. I've watched way too much.
But you got to pick the cream of the crop here.
Rewatchability, stuff that I've rewatched multiple times. Probably number 1 would be Supernatural.
That's because it's like 1 billion episodes.
I've watched that probably 5 or 6 times over.
Episodes.
I've actually watched Smallville many times as well.
Oh,
you got another DC guy, you, Kyle, and Mark.
How about Krypton?
I never watched Krypton.
Was very good for 2 seasons.
I never watched Krypton, but no, for some reason, I don't know. Smallville was just something I could relate to and I could just watch a lot for some strange reason. I don't know why, but and the other one is, and it's sort of a double header. It's the original NCIS and NCIS LA. Those 2 I have rewatched like multiple times.
I can never get into those shows.
My mom loved NCIS. Which one is the one where that dude always puts his glasses on? I don't know which one that one was.
The dude who that narrows it.
Well, I always saw memes of him saying something and then he puts his glasses on. I forget which one it is though.
NYPD Blue definitely did that a lot.
That's a throwback right there.
But I could have named like a lot of anime shows because I'm a big anime guy. You know, because a lot of them are classified as TV shows because they're either, you know, long outstanding series or they've been gone for a couple of seasons, and there's a lot of stuff that I could name, but yeah, obviously only picking 3.
So Simon, in regards to anime stuff, what's your thought on Jiu-Jitsu?
Love it. Jiu-Jitsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
What up, Chicago? Good to see you, homie.
I
love it.
I watch it with my girls, and sometimes I just get lost. You have to really pay attention to what's going on.
Sometimes, and I find this, and this is like with Mark, like for argument's sake, like I don't mean to drop Mark in the hot water here, but he's like, "Oh, I don't like anime. I can't get into anime," and I'm like, "You like animated stuff? Anime is just Japanese animated stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's convoluted, some of it's really easy to follow."
Yeah.
It's if you like animated stuff, there's probably more anime for everybody's tastes if they're into animated stuff than there is for Americanized or Western cultured stuff because they cover everything.
Yeah. So if you're looking for something like more superhero based, you'll watch something like My Hero Academia, which is that's like X-Men if people like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right?
It is. It's very much like an X-Men Avengers / related sort of thing.
It's really good. I especially love Demon Slayer. The artwork in
Demon Slayer is everybody's favorite at the moment. Yeah,
because of the artwork. It's the artwork. It's gorgeous.
And that's the thing. Like I've I've been watching anime since the late 80s.
Yeah.
Even when I was a kid, I was watching anime because I got introduced to it really early.
Mm-hmm.
And the stuff in the 80s, the animation was fantastic for its time. You go and rewatch it now and you're like, that looks absolutely
But some
horrible.
of them is still good. Some of them really good.
Some of them like your classics, your Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Ninja Scroll, stuff like that, still looks fantastic even to today. But there's something for everybody as long as you like animated stuff. Because some people just don't like anime. They don't like cartoons. They don't like animated movies. They don't like animated series. It's just that's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there's something like there's superhero stuff, there's kiddie stuff, there's violent stuff, there's
sports.
Sexy stuff. There's a million any sport you can think of. They've done and they've even made up sports for anime. There is anything and everything you can pretty much cover.
Yeah, I agree.
And to answer Carrie's question, yes, we're talking about your top 3 favorite TV shows. We're making it hard. You cannot do more than 3. Only 3. Oh, these guys are cheating right now.
I've been cheating. I already gave you like 6.
Yeah. James asked if there's any love for Breaking Bad. Yes. Sons of Anarchy. Yes. And Stranger Things.
I had
Stranger Things is one of those rare shows where it seems to be getting better.
Umbrella Academy is awesome.
My wife loves that show. I need to.
I really like
really
Umbrella Academy.
And that's the thing. Like there was that time, probably about a decade ago, where everybody was into Game of Thrones, Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad. It was that sort of time and that era. Game of Thrones was the only one I actually stuck to. I never watched an episode of Breaking Bad, never watched an episode of Sons of Anarchy. I don't think I've even seen an episode of Sopranos. I know you're going to probably kick me off for that, but I don't think I ever have. I'll eventually get around to it. But
I didn't like the Sopranos. I watched the first season of Sopranos when it came out. I remember I was so excited. We went and rented it from Blockbuster. That's how long ago it was.
Wow.
And I was pumped to watch it, and I did not like it at all. I
saw the first season of Sopranos. I just never got back to it because the challenge I have is because I have kids. It's harder for me to watch adult themed shows, which Sopranos is definitely. So I don't get to watch all those shows. I never watched Breaking Bad. I never watched Sopranos. I never watched Game of Thrones. That stuff I missed out on.
So happy that I am the youngest in my family, and also the secret to my youth is not having children, because I didn't miss out on shit. We watched The Sopranos. When I was the youngest in my family, we were watching Friday the 13th movies. As soon as I got too scared, my mom did this, and that was it. Threw her hand, threw her face. Girl, titties. My mother just covered my face. We just watched the movie.
And lo and behold, it didn't affect you.
It definitely did.
I mean,
for the first 2 years of my life, I grabbed every titty in the universe.
Yeah.
My mom had this one receptionist, right? And she just, I think it was Lynn. She had no boobs, right? Just no boobs. And I had touched everybody's boobs. Everybody got warned. Oh, Clifford's gonna snatch some if you're not careful. And they're like, but Lynn, I had never grabbed her.
Are you admitting to violating women or something?
I'm 2 years old, you perverts. So anyhow,
you're the one saying
who's the pervert?
Oh, you're a 2-year-old pervert.
Exactly.
Listen, I was probably looking for milk. What's wrong with everybody? So I'm just grabbing everybody for like 2 years. So somewhere in that 2-year period, Lynn's over at the house. She's on the floor playing with me. And my mom's like in the kitchen, and my mom hears Lynn scream. She goes, "Oh!" Right? And my mom's like, "What happened?" She's like, "Oh my God, Clifford." She's like, "Clifford screamed my boobs." And she's like, "Oh my God, I feel like a woman now." And I thought that shit was just hilarious. Shout out to Lynn.
Carrie wants to know.
But clearly, I was more interested in food than I was interested in women.
Carrie wants to know about anime. If anybody knows about the.
Yeah, I know about Night Hunters.
And Weiss Cruz. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's just because they quite often will give like Demon Slayer. Like Demon Slayer has its Japanese name and then it has its English name. Sometimes they'll integrate. For some reason, a lot of the Japanese shows have like German roots planted in them as well, like with either character names or or like history and things like that. It's just something that does. Yeah, it is a medium, but you've got Western animation and then you've got Japanese animation. So, but yeah, it still is a medium. But a lot of people don't like anime, and I'm like, well, if you haven't tried it, you don't know.
Well, that's the thing. They still look at it from with a disdain look to it. And the biggest issue with anime is that it's a style that everything looks. It's like the same artistic style, right? Obviously, there's some differences here and there. Like you could tell the difference between one anime.
There's a lot of difference in anime styles,
right?
Though.
But they're all coming from that same. I guess you could say from that same lane. You know what I mean, right? Like they all got the big eyes or the little nose, or they have little things like that.
I've watched a lot. There's a lot of variation.
Yeah, there's variations, but they're all within the same wheelhouse, same box, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But the great thing about it is, like you said, there is literally something for everyone. The problem is that a lot of people just don't want to give it the love and respect it deserves. You know what I'm saying? Because they look at it with this, oh, I don't want to watch that. Like, give it a shot. If you don't like it, move on. At least you'll learn. At least you'll know.
I think I've actually watched more Asian animated stuff than I've watched Western culture stuff. And I've watched a lot of animated stuff, and there's just so much variety. As you said, like sports. There's even an anime on like curling and stuff like that. There's so much stuff.
Yeah. And I will say, if you haven't watched it, if you watch Demon Slayer and tells me it's bad, then there's a problem with you. That's it.
But some people might not like the horror-ish type stuff. People might want the cutesy stuff, or they might want the sports stuff. Or
it's so good. It is so damn good. It's like, so when you get a villain, when the villain first pops up, it's like it's the worst villain you could think of, and then they give you the backstory of the villain, and then you're like, you have this sympathy for this villain, and then that's how that show works. So it's top level.
Muzan Kabuchichi.
The drummer. Remember the drummer? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, the drummer.
I'm currently waiting because, and this is my problem. This is my only problem with anime is I can watch an anime in Japanese and then watch it in English. So I'll rewatch in English, but I can't do it the other way around. I know that sounds weird, but that's just the way.
Right. Once you poison your mind with the voice, you can't go back.
It's yes and no. Like I've watched a lot of, like, say, take a classic Naruto for argument's sake. The original series and the more adult series, there's 220 episodes in the original series and there's 500 in the adult series. I've watched it all in Japanese and I've watched it all in English.
Right. You went from Japanese to English.
Yeah. But then when I do the English...
If you go from English first to Japanese, your mind... Yeah, exactly. Your mind already has been... tainted by the experience. I don't have tape down here. Shit.
I have never actually watched I Think You Should Leave, but I've seen clips. And I have a friend who we actually had the football chat. We like to have wars using I Think You Should Leave memes because they're freaking hilarious. They're so funny. So I need to watch that show because that dude is funny as hell, man. I bet it's great. Somebody mentioned Letterkenny. I've never watched
some Letterkenny.
I've never watched Letterkenny before, but I have seen that skit where they're like, to be fair,
to be fair.
and that shit was hilarious. So that's another one I should be watching. Yeah, I know I love it. I'm sorry, what was that, Kyle?
I watched an anime a long time ago called Detective Cody. And that show was based. That show was also called Case Closed. I'll put it in the chat that you know what it's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know any of these anime shows. I am not up on that. My brother started reading manga, though, which I thought was cool. Any way we can get comics out there, I'm for it. We got
because of Demon Slayer, like what Izzy was saying, manga has actually outsold Western comic books like 2-1 within the last 5 years. It's because there's a lot of Western culture that's into the Japanese stuff and the Asian stuff and things like that. So
I'm into Asians for sure.
And now we're back to the pervs.
Hey, you be quiet, you 2-year-old perv.
They were never into me, but I was always into them. We got Jose in the house. My
Give me those knockers.
indie comics and reviews, brother. I will be there tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, ready to rock and roll with Lorenzo. Looking for it. Last week was our first week back after a month break, and it was good to be back. And I'm excited for tomorrow night. So definitely check us out over there. Indie Comics and Reviews on the YouTubes. Chicago says, I saw someone tried to pull off the Groucho window on the Eisenhower here in Chicago. And I don't know what any of that means. What's the Groucho window?
The only thing I got out of that was Chicago.
Yeah, I don't. And Eisenhower was a president of the United States.
I know that much. Groucho was from the Marx Brothers.
I know Groucho.
Abilene, Kansas is his home city and state. At Astra per Aspera. So shout out to Dwight Eisenhower, one of our greatest presidents. May he forever rest in peace. Thanks for coming through, Jose. Appreciate seeing you, man. Oh, a scene from You Should Leave. I need to watch that show. I bet that shit is hilarious. I know. I love this skit he did on SNL with the dude from Ted Lasso, where they do the NBA song. Basketball. All right. Hilarious though. What up, Bobito? Good to see you, Bobby. Bobby, you are on the hot seat. What is your favorite 3 TV shows of all time? I bet you're gonna bring some heat here.
Man, I got some old ones. Yeah, you know what I mean? I grew up watching the old school TV shows, and when I go back, recently when I wasn't working, I've been watching these, reruns, and I can sit through. I've seen them 1,000 times, but I can watch Good Times, Sanford and Son, and then Kung Fu.
I knew you were gonna say Sanford and Son. That's a classic, though. Red Fox was hilarious, dude. I should go back. I should go back and watch those. Actually,
they come on. They're on. They come on.
Not Me TV.
Not Me TV. It's on 41-4 over here, which is Get TV. Yeah, it's Get TV.
Fuck you, Frog Brawler. I'm sick of everybody co-signing Beckerman's bullshit. I'm tired of it.
You still never showed us the clip either.
I couldn't find it.
Still looking for it.
I couldn't find it, and you guys got to talking. So Kyle says it was Detective Conan, aka Case Closed.
I've heard of Case Closed. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I have heard of it.
Yeah, I know nothing about
this. Is my first time on here with the Flock and Chill gang, man. So good to be on here, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah, first appearance. I love it, man. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you coming through. What are some other? I actually like this conversation. What are some old shows that you, if there are any, that you still like to watch? Like one I still watch on Hulu is the Golden Girls. I freaking love the Golden Girls.
I was gonna say the Golden Girls are amazing.
Blanche is my girl. I'm in love with Blanche.
Of course, every gay man wants to be her. We love her.
Rue McClanahan. I love Rue so much. May she rest in peace. But that's one of my shows that I still love to watch. Anybody got any other ones? Bobby, what do you got any other? I know you got old shows you're watching. You already mentioned some.
Oh yeah, I'm an old man. So yeah, before I got on YouTube, man, that's all I did was watch reruns. I like a sitcom that ends, they can solve a problem in 30 minutes, so it's a happy ending.
The good old days, right?
Right? But I get up in the morning. Yeah, if I ain't watching cartoons, then I watch Leave It to Beaver. Right, I watch Leave It to Beaver.
You used to watch that.
Wow, that's throwback.
That's old. Yeah, that's old. You know what I mean? You feel when all these guys, all these people you grew up with, they start passing away, man. You're like, whoa, what's going on? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You know what? I didn't mention this one, but this one has to go as one of my top favorites. Married with Children, man. Al Bundy's the GOAT.
Oh yeah, that's a great
Al
one.
Bundy's the GOAT, man.
I'll tell you the thing about me, and I swear to you, when I was a kid, I loved Married with Children, but I never understood what Al Bundy's problem was because his wife was smoking hot. I was like, what is his problem? I never.
That was the thing with Peggy, right? The problem with Peggy is that he just got tired of it. You can relate. It's relatable though.
How can you get tired of smoking hot?
It's not relatable to me because
you speak for your damn self, Izzy. You speak for yourself. Getting tired of it.
I've been married for.
Look at me. I got crowns. I got a closet full of outfits. I got accessories. I'm not playing no games. We're gonna do shit.
Check it out.
I got Brian for Spice It Up night. I got everything. I'm like, no one here is getting tired of this shit. We are gonna turn it.
Oh, I know about the Married with Children comic book run. Yeah, I know about it. The comic book run of Married with Children. But man, Al Bundy, Kelly Bundy, that's someone that was in my dreams. You know what I mean?
Good old Christina.
And every time, man, he was dealing with the next door neighbor, the Rhodes. That was great.
Yeah. Marcy Darcy.
What? She's a chicken. Why do I talk like a chicken? Why do I talk like a chicken? So a lot of people know this, that Al Bundy's name comes from the wrestler King Kong Bundy, right? That's where they got the name Al Bundy. But a lot of people don't know that the Rhodes are based out of Dusty Rhodes and his family.
Wow.
Malcolm in the Middle was a fun one. That was like a real family, you know, not the perfect TV family, but a real family trying to deal with shit. Always broke. That was like a really relatable TV show for me because it was more like my life. You know, never enough money for the things we need to do. Kids are bad as hell. You know?
Fox TV back in the day, man, they did all the shows that were opposite of other shows.
Fox was the place to be, man. They had all the good shows when I was a kid.
In Living Color?
Yeah.
I still watch In Living Color.
The cutting edge stuff was
great.
Probably my callback would be when somebody meant, I think it was you, Marcus, you mentioned, solving a problem, or it might have been Bobby, solving a problem in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite shoys growing up as a kid was actually MacGyver.
MacGyver was a great show.
I love MacGyver.
I wonder if that show holds up. I bet it doesn't. I should go watch
I rewatched it about 5-6 years ago. I still watched it all the way through. But
was it terrible?
The later episodes were too much less action and more talking and no gadgets and fixing stuff as much. That was the only downfall. The early 3 or 4 first couple of seasons were still fantastic to rewatch though.
Katie Seagal.
Yeah, she's done a lot. She had Futurama. Of course, she was awesome in Sons of Anarchy. She's married to the writer of Sons of Anarchy, right? I'm pretty sure.
She's currently on the Connors.
Oh, rest in peace, Shannon Doherty, 90210. Who didn't watch that?
Yeah,
I never watched 90210.
That was a family show for me growing in those. I remember,
and then Melrose Place afterwards.
I remember when I had catechism. I had catechism on Thursday nights for my confirmation, so I was missing 90210 on Thursdays, and I would make it home in time just for Melrose Place at 9:00, and it pissed me off. But let me tell you, I have my father recording 90210 for me.
90210 was important back then.
90210 was one of those shows that I didn't want to admit at the time that I watched, but now I'll be watching it. And then Melrose Place was one of those other shows. I was like, everybody gets on with everybody in this complex. What's going on? This is like the project, isn't it?
And not
you know what I mean? Not like rich people project. Everybody's getting on with everybody in the show.
The MVP of Melrose Place, special guest star Heather Locklear.
Why was she a special guest star? For 3 years, she was a special guest star.
Right. Do you want to know why? She signed a specific agreement to appear as a special guest star, and it came with a higher fee. And when they decided to add her as a series regular, her contract demanded that she is special guest star.
Oh, that's awesome.
So bitch brought home paycheck after paycheck, and I'm like, yes, Heather Locklear, yes.
What were you gonna say, Bobby?
Oh, when I was a youngster, man, when the Incredible, Lou Ferrigno's Incredible Hulk and Wonder Woman, when they were on the air, that They came on. There wasn't no VHS or, you know what I mean? It just came on, and if you missed it, you missed it. You know what I mean? I'd be with my folks. We got to go somewhere. Man, I want to get home and watch the Hulk. You know what I mean? I was a kid. I want to. Those were big. Back in the day. Those are the ones that
Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man as well.
Yeah. And we would run. You know what I mean? Those are the ones. Those are the must sees back in the day. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't the best, computer graphics. There wasn't no computer graphics. It was just a guy running around, but it was, to me, it was like other people care about comics. Other people care about this too. It ain't just me, you know what I mean? It's, it was the word was getting out, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that was big for me.
Show was religion.
The Incredible Hulk, you have to watch it. Incredible Hulk, Wonder Woman. And Linda Carter still got it going on today.
Wow, yeah.
Still got it going on.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune, Vanna White. Remember Cheech or was it Cheech that did the song about Vanna White? I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cosby Show was a staple. Of course, Michael J. Fox on Family Ties, classic stuff.
Family Ties, Growing Pains, like all those sort of shows were something you used to, come home from school, and if it wasn't cartoons, it'd be that stuff for us anyway.
All those shows, man, they had some really good songs too attached to them. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. Chicago mentions Unsolved Mysteries, and my wife watches reruns of Unsolved.
Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, that's her guilty pleasure. She's seen every episode at least 4 times.
Oh, greatest American Hero. Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was fun to watch.
That one's hilarious. If you watch it,
my mum used to call him Ralph in his red pajamas.
that was on one of the local TV channels that you can get by antenna here, Bobby. And I was watching that show, and that show, it was hilarious. I was like,
speaking about antennas, I just purchased an antenna so I could get MeTV on my screen because I don't have cable.
I mean, if you live in the city, there's no reason not to have an antenna.
Yeah, so
sure.
But Saved by the Bell, that's one of my shows as well.
Have you guys ever seen the YouTube videos that show you why Zach is a complete douchebag? Like, we were all cheering.
We already knew it.
But he was actually a terrible.
Then they just made it clear.
We were all cheering for him, though. He was a terrible kid. It was like, wow. You really break it down like this. He was a selfish prick, man.
But he was exactly what he was. He was preppy.
Yeah, that was.
You can get Mork and Mindy on there if you can find it on DVD, DVH. Yeah. It's still floating around.
Another one they flipped that I really love.
Well, you were talking about All in the Family, but with Mark and Mindy, that spawned out of this show, Happy Days. That made a whole bunch of shows. Yeah,
Laverne and Shirley.
What? Joni Loves Chachi, Mark and Minnie. That all came from Happy Days.
What up, Hialeah? Good to see you, my man. We're talking TV shows, old TV shows, particularly shows that are old that still hold up. Like, I think Golden Girls holds up, man.
Usually Hazzard still holds up.
Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know if Dukes of Hazzard holds up.
I don't know,
but I know Daisy Duke still holds up.
Yeah.
It's funny. I loved Dukes of Hazzard as a kid, but I don't remember anything about it.
Oh, General Lee, man. That's all you gotta remember. General Lee.
General Lee.
Alyssa Milano.
Melissa Milano.
Melissa Milano was from this show. Who's the Boss?
Who's the Boss?
But Wendy from the Wonder Years. That's another one.
What up, Cuppy?
Hey, what's up, Cuppy?
Zach Morris is trash.
Yeah.
Wasn't there T-shirts of that at some point?
It was a web series from Funny or Die.
Oh, Perfect Strangers.
Perfect Balky.
Another flip the script that I like is the Karate Kid, where they make Danielson out to be the bad guy.
Yeah,
and they play on that in the TV series that they
they did a great job in Cobra Kai. Great job.
But it was funny watching those videos. Like, you know what, Daniel was kind of a dick. That, maybe he was the bad guy. It was nice going back and looking at it.
Mm-hmm. There's so many good shows back then.
Oh, I remember Sidekicks with Ernie Reyes Jr.
Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in years.
Or was it? No, it was, and then the Electric Knight was the other one. Or it might have been called Electric Knight over here, and I think it was Sidekicks over there.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Anybody watch HBO's Oz with what was it?
I know the show. I never watched it, but I know
J.K. Simmons as Schillinger, the Nazi prisoner who I was terrified of. Like, it took me a while to shake that character from him. I mean, it's long since been shake because he's played so many different things since then. But for a long time, he was that bad guy to me. That show does not hold up in any way, shape, or form. It's not.
Are you kidding? I think the level of I think the fear and violence that it incites can live forever.
I've tried to watch it and it does not hold up at all.
Okay, what about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Classic, obviously.
Who doesn't know that song?
Yeah.
Now this is a story all about how.
Oh, it's a whole other conversation.
Oh my God, my King TV crushes. All right, so definitely that a-hole Joey on Blossom.
Kathy
Ireland. Whoa. There's only one. I have two. There's only two. There's only two.
And not a TV crush, but a movie crush. The guy from Blue Lagoon. I saw him in Blue Lagoon and a pirate movie, and I loved him in both. And everyone's like, "Why is your son watching a pirate movie?" I'm like, "I think this movie's great." They're like, "That movie's like rather adult." And I'm like,
I get the stuff out.
And everyone just dirty-minded little boy. They just didn't know that. I was like, I love this blonde man running around shirtless. And I didn't even know that I love this blonde man running around shirtless. Never had a crush on Christopher Reeve, even though everyone accused me of it. Like, they did not understand that my mind like took Superman and made him into like this like figure in my life. But yeah, Joey was one I had a crush on. What's his name? Brandon on 90210. I liked him a little bit. And I actually liked him more after 90210.
So you were Brandon over in Dylan?
Jason Priestley, right? Is what you're talking about?
Priestley. Yeah.
He passed away, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
What was that? Jason Priestley?
Did I make that up? Maybe
no, the other one did. The other one.
Luke Perry passed away.
Luke Perry.
Yeah.
So I like Jason Priestley a lot. I loved Grant Show. Loved him. Oh my God, on Dynasty, the guy that played Miles, who was also in Grease 2, I love Maxwell Caulfield. I love that. You can tell I really like those Aryan boys as a kid. I had a problem.
Grease 2 was I didn't know Jason Priestley was Canadian.
That's probably that was calling to my blood. It was calling to my blood.
It was calling to your blood. So
yeah. Oh, speaking of
I mentioned Kelly
Prince Jr.
I mentioned Kelly Bundy. I couldn't. There was no way around that. You have to and Kelly.
Yeah.
So if her name was Kelly, it was it.
I'm with Jose on that one.
Yeah. So those were my two.
The early seasons for Buffy.
Mm-hmm. My wife watched Buffy
before she became a stick figure.
Yeah.
When she had a bit of plumpness to her.
Tell my wife. Tell my wife, DVH. I love Grease too. Cool.
Oh my God,
Ryder.
By the way, let me tell you someone I had a crush on in the 80s who still looks good now. Freaking Don Johnson, of all people.
Yeah, he was on The Watchmen. He was great on that show.
Yeah, he could still get it. And the other one from Miami Vice, what was his name? Philip Michael Thomas. Both of them looking good.
Any love for Dynasty? I never watched it as a kid, but I remember that.
We never really got it over here.
Dynasty was a big deal, and then the spin-off was the Colbys.
The Colbys, yes.
We got like what is it, Bold and the Beautiful and Days of Our Lives and that.
Yeah, but that's daytime. Dynasty was
that was the daytime stuff. We never got really.
So Dynasty was you had Dynasty, and on the other side of it was Dallas, like. The Who Shot JR storyline.
Yeah, I remember that was a big deal.
That was a huge thing.
You're going real Oh my god, you're going real back old school there, David.
Yeah. And then what was the other big story of Dallas where this guy died and then came back the following
Yeah, no,
year?
it was the dream season.
It was
the
a dream
season.
The whole season was a dream.
Yep. And they killed that girl off twice because she died during the dream season. Then she's alive because it was a dream. And then off screen they just killed her off screen. They're like, oh, she died in a hiking accident. And I'm like, yo, they did Suzanne Summers' cousin dirty. I was like, they just wrote her off of Three's Company, then they just wrote her off of Dallas twice. Damn, girl.
She was in Dynasty? No, she was in Dallas.
She was in Dallas. Remember, what's her name?
I don't go that far back. I think my mind doesn't go that far back. But I know
Three's Company, when they replaced Suzanne Summers, when they were making her shoot phone scenes, and that was bullshit. But the cousin came in, so the actress who played the cousin for 2.5 freaking years, and then they just forgot all about her midway through the entrance
but she also became she lived with them, and then she no longer lived with them, but she was still in the show.
Yeah,
and that's where they got the nurse in.
And when the nurse showed up, the two of them were both there, and she was the awkward one, and the nurse was not an awkward. And then they're like, we don't need her, and then they just forgot about her. But homegirl took it and brought her shit to Dallas, and she hung in there for like 3 seasons.
I don't remember her going to Dallas though.
Bitch was on Dallas, hanging in there, and then they wrote her right the fuck off. You know?
I remember because she had to be like, she ended up being Chrissy's, because Chrissy was Suzanne Summers' character. She was Chrissy's cousin, but she was even dumber than Chrissy, or she was like a different type of dumb, because Chrissy was dumb. She was dumb.
But this girl was physical, clumsy dumb.
Yeah, but she was still dumb too. She was also dumb, but she was like an airhead dumb, right?
Yeah,
and
but
when the nurse came in, the nurse wasn't dumb.
Yeah,
which kind of like
really smart. Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's a nurse too, right? So she comes in. She was funny because the whole premise behind Three's Company was really that it was always a misunderstanding. Every episode's the same episode. There's a misunderstanding somewhere, you know, and that's what I love about the show. It's like they were repeating the same storyline over and over with just different people.
Let's review. A misunderstanding, or we have to fool this person into believing some horse shit. Tomorrow night, we have to pretend that we're owners of the Regal Beagle so that we can impress the guy who's doing the review to entice him to go and review Jack's restaurant. You got a team? All right, we're just going to run the Regal Beagle tomorrow night like it's all good.
Oh, man.
Three Stooges is amazing.
That's not TV. That's cinema. And that's awesome.
I can still watch Three Stooges stuff.
Oh yeah.
It holds up to me, but we used to stay up late on Saturday nights and watch Three Stooges when I was a kid.
Little Rascals was also classics. You want to go to
Rascals?
Little Rascals is funny, man. Buckwheat, Alfalfa, those guys are.
We got Bub's World in the house. What up, homie? Good to see you. Top 3 favorite TV shows of all time. Go
another great show. Another great show. A lot of people don't talk about, but it's worth watching. Is The Muppets? Watch The Muppets. The Muppet Show.
Yeah.
So
get it stuck in your head.
They got some good ones in there. I still watch The Muppets now.
Classic stuff right there. I was reading Curly's biography not too long ago, actually. Well, not biography. I was reading his Wikipedia is what I was doing. But yeah, I was diving back in on the Three Stooges in their later years, just curious about it. Yeah, Boondocks was a great show. Hilarious.
The Stooges come on MeTV. The Stooges are on MeTV. Yeah, Saturday nights, 5:00.
They got all the good stuff over there. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Good stuff. They'll get the old people watching. Yeah.
MeTV is awesome, man.
Boondocks is great.
I had a crush on Ginger and Marianne. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I was on that island, I'd just take over Ginger and Marianne.
Look at that Muppet Show right there.
Yeah. Yup.
We
I
used
have
to
no
watch
idea what you're
Mr. Ed,
talking about. I'm
the
too young.
talking horse. I remember that one. Ah, that one was forever ago.
I
did
love
not.
Ed. Yo, and you know the Mr. Ed was the voice of Uncle Scrooge.
We're Gen X, buddy. Calm down.
Jim
there,
Cummings.
We're Gen X here. I never watched Green Acres, so I'm not.
That's really old.
They all tied in together. The Beverly Hillbillies, Green Acres, and Petticoat Junction. They were like all the same universe.
Hogan's Heroes, something like that.
Oh, Hogan's Heroes was awesome.
Kyle's in for Lone Ranger. I watched Little Lone Ranger.
Honeymooners was also a great one.
Yeah, I like the Lone Ranger.
It was that the one of these days.
Yes.
Pow, right. I remember that one. Yeah, I say that to my wife.
I love that because most of the episodes were done in that one room.
I love him. I love him and his friend.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat my dinner.
Well, thanks for jumping on.
Right,
you got anything to promote before you go, Kyle? Anything going on your channel?
Keep an eye out for a callers with either review or reaction. And in August, I will be doing a reaction to the new Batman show that's coming out of Prime.
Ah, awesome.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks for jumping on, Kyle. I appreciate you. Link is in the chat. Sub up to Kyle. Check out what he's going on, man. Appreciate your time.
Love you, Kyle.
All right. See you guys.
Later, Kyle. Good to see you.
Take it easy, Kyle.
Love you, bro.
Bubs had a crush on Mary Tyler Moore from Dick Van
Yeah.
Dyke Show.
Yeah.
I had a crush on Lucille Ball. That's
wow.
Okay.
I love Lucy. She was
Lucy's
hot.
awesome. So does everybody else.
That was a great show.
Lucy.
That was one of those black and white shows that we watched as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Leave It to Beaver was another one that we would watch.
Yeah.
Mr. Ed. That's going old.
Get rid of the Muppet, would you?
That's not me. Look.
That's not.
I know it's not you.
That's not me,
Muppet.
man.
The Muppet can stay. Izzy Verst, what's going on with you and your channel, man? Thanks for jumping on, brother.
What's going on in our channel?
I don't know.
So what's going on the channel is Monday we have the Monday night lineup. We kick things off with the weekly pull list. We'll talk about what's new next Wednesday, not tomorrow. No, yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday. Yeah, in your area, we're gonna have another comic book fight. It's gonna be Digger Jim versus Gary B, the casual comic guy. We got the topics already.
Go Trigger Jim.
But if you guys want to vote in, if you go to my community page, you can vote in for the third topic. There's some really good ones there. So go check it out. It's so far we've done 2 episodes. Cliff is one of the champions. That's why he gets crowned. He's the inaugural champion, comic book fight champion. And our second one is crown. Yeah, Roscoe. Roscoe's the other one. So we're gonna find out who's better, Digger Jim or Gary B, the casual comic guy.
Go rent guy.
That's gonna be a good one.
Do we know the topics yet, or is it still to be determined?
I know the topics, but we're not gonna reveal them until the show.
Okay.
So I know,
right.
but you could know you will know topic 3 if you go to the poll.
Link is in the chat. Check that out. It's about to go down. I'm not sure who I'm gonna root for in that one. Actually, apparently Gary B fights dirty, so look out for that.
Hey, we got Digger Jim, man. His name is Digger.
Yo, Digger the Trigger, baby. Digger the Trigger.
Frog Brawler mentions Alanis Morissette, and I never looked at her like that until she was on the TV show Weeds, which we never mentioned Weeds, but she was super cute.
Those are the topics.
Weeds.
I like that show too.
Jump onto the community tab on Izzyverse NYC, and you'll see the topic 3.
So yeah, there's 4 topics. It's best comic book couple, best superhero sidekick, best non-superhero story, or best comic book feud. you get to pick one out of one of those 4s for the third topic. But the other 2 topics are pretty good too. I already know what the 2 topics are, so they're getting ready. It's gonna be a good fight.
Hell yeah. Well, that's what's up. Link is in the chat, guys. Check it out. Thanks for jumping on, Easy. I appreciate you, man.
Not a problem, bro.
Simon, what's going on with you, my brother?
No pre-recorded stuff this week because I'm at the missus' house, but I will be doing one more live stream, probably my Thursday, which is tomorrow. I still have the second part of opening my Japanese Spider-Man cards to do, so I'm going to be doing that on a live stream. And then Spidey's Outback on the weekend. Anybody needs the link, just hit me up. Otherwise, it's in a few group chats. But yeah, feel free to swing by, hang out, and have some fun.
Always a good time. Check out Mad Spidey on the YouTubes. Thank you so much for jumping on. Bub says Jennifer Love Hewitt in anything, and
yeah, she was a crush as well.
Oh
She could definitely be my ghost whisperer.
Oh,
she's a little small frame for my style. I like my women bigger, but she's still.
She does have some decent assets though.
She had a moment in time when she was the it girl, though, didn't she?
Yeah.
Right around the time that I Know What You Did Last Summer came out, she was the girl from.
And then she did this. What was that series? Like Ghost Whisperer or something?
That's what I said. Ghost Whisperer. Yeah.
Yeah.
What series did she start on that show?
Party of Five.
Party of Five.
Another
Look at Cliff. Cliff's like,
calm down, Cliff. Gee.
No, I was like, no. Party of Five was the shit.
Recognized.
Matthew Fox and Scott Wolf, fine as fucking hell. I'm having none of this. None of this. This crown is here so that I can protect the decency.
Recognize, motherfucker.
When I go on my site,
if the crown don't work, Straight Cliff will come right in here.
Oh, what's this? Trucker hat.
What are we talking about? What are we
Yo,
talking about?
We got
Jennifer
trucker
Love
hat.
Hewitt. There it is.
check out, man.
Yo, you got to put the crown over the trucker hat.
Oh god.
Swag that, you know what's up. When I get on my websites, I'm searching.
Now he looks like Biggie
all day.
Now he looks like Biggie. He's Cliffy. Cliffy Smalls. God, that's so bad.
Cliff, what's up with you, my man? What do you got going on?
Oh, I'm just fabulous on the inside, and I needed to let it out on the outside. All right, so what have I got coming on? Wednesday nights, Council Comics, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're doing New Comic Book Day. We've got our new sketches out. We got also, it's me. There's a lot of me versus Sam Duvall, me ranting and raving about fighting the Empire on comics. Saturday mornings on Cliff on Comics, you have Comics and Coffee with Cliff. This week's guest will be Mike, Super Slabs Comics. I'm really happy to have him on and to talk comics and see what 5 items he's brought with him this week. And of course, we're going to play Rate It or Hate It. And then Sundays, we do the box office. We're doing the last movie from the Hunger Games this week at 5 p.m. Eastern. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern, New Keys and Hot Comics. And rinse and repeat once we arrive at Wednesday. And of course, you can occasionally find me with Durs on Sundays for the Sunday Sesh. You can find me here occasionally on Tuesdays. I just randomly show up on Saturdays with Mad Spidey. You could just see me appear virtually anywhere in the YouTube comic community because I love you all so much.
Cliff is taking over from Rob from the StreamYard slot.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it is CBCA nomination season, so I either need people to go out there and represent for me or get sick of me, whatever the case may be.
You need to update that video at the start too, Marcus, because they're like, "Oh crap, I've only got a week to vote." Oh no,
you gotta wait till November.
Yeah, it clearly says 2023. Yeah, I do need to get a new one in there. You're right.
Not to mention, I don't see any clips of me in there, so maybe you want to do a little update.
It was an old. You just came into the scene on that show, so it was a little behind. But yeah, the CBC Awards. Since you mentioned it, we might as well talk about that. Nominations are open. Many of us are pushing for ourselves, including many on the chat. So definitely look for that link in the chat here very shortly, cbcawards.org. If you've not got your nominations in, definitely get over there and do that. And a lot of great members on the chat that you could nominate right now for shizzle. We got Bobito. Anything going on with you, my man? I'm gonna do your Instagram link.
Yeah, man. No, just work has picked up, so I've been busy, man, working. But you can always find me in the streets fighting for democracy and truth, justice, and the Mexican American way, man. Yeah. But Izzy, I got a question for you, man. Put you on the spot. Are you gonna be doing an art show for Comics Curing Cancer?
We haven't talked about it just yet, but I can't see why I wouldn't do one. So there'll probably be one coming up soon.
Well, I want in, man. Yeah, put me down for it. I want to join in and have some fun with you guys. Yeah.
It's been a hot while for we haven't done a sketchy show in a bit, so just trying to find the right time for it.
It's for a good cause, and I like to help out where I can. So yeah, man, put me down.
Plug into Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram if you're trying to stay up on everything going on with that. We've got the big show coming in October, which will be multiple shows on multiple channels, culminating in the big shows on Rob Fat Stacks, the big auction shows with original art, slabs, all kinds of stuff. Everything you can imagine.
Two different auctions, don't forget.
Yeah,
there's an art auction and there's going to be a comic auction.
And there's going to be more auctions than just that, though. But yeah. This year it will be separated, so people aren't waiting around looking at stuff they're not interested in, waiting for the stuff that they are. So it's going to be much better organized. Really looking forward to all the changes that we're going to see, all the improvements. So yeah, best way to stay plugged into that is to plug in on Instagram, Comics Curing Cancer. Definitely get that done. Ooh,
shiny.
I like that. That is nice,
man. Let me in. I'm doing art. Yeah, I want to.
Oh, that was cool. I like that one.
Oh, that looks kind of like the 300 cover. Or no, not 300. What cover is that one? That's an homage, right? It looks like one I've seen.
It's an homage. Yeah. Batman, yeah. This one's a pop-up. Yeah, I'm sure I showed you this one already, where it you open it up.
Oh, that's cool.
And Joker pops out, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. Send that sucker to CGC and see what you get.
I'll probably get arrested, man. They don't like me down there.
I had to resend a package to CGC. They messed up my slabs.
Here you go. I've been liking these red covers, these those blood hunts. Yeah. But I did
Chief.
The Man Wolf, but he's the KC Man Wolf. Yeah.
I love it with the negative space, man. That looks nice. That looks real nice.
Man. Yeah.
Look for awesome, dope stuff like that here, guys. This is what you're going to be seeing. This kind of that red is popping on there. I like what you did.
Thanks, man. Hell
love it. Well, yeah, definitely hook up on that. And if you're looking for great art like this, guys,
I like that one
plugged in. Hell yeah, we out here. 3-peat. What y'all know about that? 3-peat. Let's do it. Hell yeah, Bobby.
No sports ball here. Come on.
Hell yeah, Bobby. Thanks for jumping on, giving me another first appearance, man. You know I love those first appearances. I appreciate it. And I think you can get that at Kansas City Joe's. So yeah, definitely come check that out. Swag does filling it. Yeah, we went long tonight. Usually I cut it off at an hour, but I was filling the TV conversation, so we let that thing run. Thank you to everybody on the panel that kept it interesting, including Legion of Comics, who had to bail out, and then somebody else had to. Oh, Kyle had to bail out as well. So thank you to them as well, and of course everybody in the chat that kept it lit. I appreciate y'all so much, man. This show's nothing without y'all coming through and giving us a little bit of your time. And of course, Comics Curing Cancer coming up, so definitely be plugged into that. CBCAwards.org. Be plugged into that. Support everything that these comic book community-driven events that we're doing out here. I love them so much. But all right, I've talked long enough, man. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, peace.